What's going on, beautiful Facebook world? It is the being known as Shanice Star coming all up in your space to interrupt the Indeed programming taking place. It's that time, Perceptions Live, keeping it consistent with myself, and blessings to those of you who choose to participate. All right, let me see who might be available to chop it up with me live. And blessings to those of you who will catch the replay. It's the replay. Blessings to those of you who joined us yesterday. And blessings to those of you who hit me up in my inbox regarding yesterday's live. Again, we tune in to find out about ourselves, right? We tune in to find out about ourselves. So for those of you who may not have caught yesterday's replay, I have been communicating with myself that I am going to do Perceptions Live more often. So I am being very deliberate with that. Blessings and shout out to those of you who have joined us over the years for Perceptions Wine by Candlelight. Shout out to those of you who have invested in the Perceptions book. Shout out to those of you who are using the Perceptions book to assist you with your beneath the surface personal development and peeping and analyzing your own personal perceptions. Shout out to each and every one of you. And shout out and blessings to those of you who have yet to copy a copy of Perceptions, right? This is Perceptions, my baby. I'll come back and go over the actual purpose of the, what the covers actually mean, right? Yet, right now, because I got somewhere to be by 12 o'clock. Yet again, living immediate action like Shanice, you can do this. Go live really quickly. So, again, for those of you who weren't with us yesterday, as you can hear, I'm just turning the pages without looking. Yesterday, it opened up to a poem, two poems that I wrote. I want to say, I'm not even joking. I had the physical poems. I want to say those were back in 2003, 2004. I wrote Now is the Time and Take Your Position. So we're talking about like 14, 15 years ago. As I mentioned in Perceptions, I recommend that everybody write a book. I don't care if your grammar is jacked up. I don't care if you don't know how to spell. I don't care if you don't know how to put a sentence together. I encourage everybody to write a book. Not even just per se for other people, yet more so definitely for yourself. You know, for you to go back and read that and be like, yo, those are my thoughts. That's what I thought. That's what I said. That's what I lived. And just my experience, the people who have been impacted by perception. So for yourself and for others. So I am looking to my right. My book is to my left. And I am going to stop here. And I'm going to, because there's no chapters or anything. So I'm literally just going to point somewhere and read the perceptions. All right, so I am on page 130, right? And my hand stopped at the second to last perception. And it reads, don't just wake up, get up and do something. Something progressive for you individually and something for us collectively. With all due respect to us individually, our Creator woke us up. Our Creator did that. Now what will we do with what was done for us? Live progressively. I'll say that again. Don't just wake up, get up and do something. Something progressive for you individually as well as for us collectively. With all due respect to us individually, our Creator woke us up. Our Creator did that. Now what will we do with what was done for us? Live progressively. So that is today's perception, page 130, the second to last perception. So again, it's like, I'm up. It's kind of like people who like, how you doing? And like, girl, I'm blessed. And it's like, okay, right? In the words of Grant Cardone, can you show me how? Right? So it's like, yeah, you got up, but what are you doing with your upness, with your breath, with your life, with your decisions, with your choices? What are you actually doing today, right? Are we living deliberately? Are we living deliberately? Are we making deliberate choices, right? Are we deliberately meeting with people? Are we deliberately not meeting with people? Are we deliberate in our interactions? Are we deliberate in our phone calls and our text messages and our emails and our Facebook scroll, right? So what are we doing with being up, right? I'm here. I was glad to be here, right? God woke me up. Somewhere in this perception, where in perceptions, excuse me, there's a perception in perceptions where I talk about, how people are like, just waiting on the Lord, just waiting on God. I'm just waiting on the Lord. And the way I hear my God is like source is saying the same damn thing to you. Like, I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you to do something, right? I'm waiting on you to do something so we can do something, right? I always share with folks, your best partner you can have, the best accountability workout partner, business partner you can have is your relationship with your God, your source, whatever name, entity flows with you. So, right? Get up. But how about we do something, and we do something for us individually? And if you're about the collective energy, what can we do for us collectively? So that again was Perceptions 130. Remember, we're not here to hear about Shanice or Shanice's perception, so to say. The key is, how can my perception cause you to reflect in your own perceptions? How can my perception cause you to trigger yourself to lift up the mirror and look in it instead of at it, to checking, your lipstick and your hair? I'm looking in the mirror. But how about we look, I'm sorry, I'm looking at, that was my appointment calling me. But how about we look in the mirror? We looking at it, but how about we look in it, right? So that is the purpose of Perceptions, beautiful people. Again, remember, be mindful of reading books just to read them. Be mindful of going to events and seminars just to go. Be mindful of engaging in conversations just to find out about the other person, right? Unless that's your job. More so, I'm listening to you. I'm being present to you. I'm reading the book. I'm going to the event. I'm going to the seminar so I can reflect within my own self based on something that you stated. That is how, and that is why class is always in session, no matter what we're doing, where we're at, the train, walking, looking at a butterfly. Class is always in session when we're looking to learn about ourselves by way of the reflections that Source is giving us. All right, beautiful people, thank you so much for joining us for Perceptions Live. Again, I'm going to be working on being very deliberate, and I welcome you to hold me accountable to do Perceptions Live daily. This is the being known as Shanice Star, officially chiming out. Peace, love, and light.